Hello, hello. Hope you're doing okay today. If you can hear me, let me know. Last time I streamed, we had a different setup because I had Matt Kane on, and hopefully we won't have the issues we had that time with him. But hope everyone's doing okay today. I had kind of this idea of just playing around with V0 a little bit. I have a bunch of videos I've actually done that I just have not had time to edit, so I'm hoping to get some of those up sooner than later. But for now, I figured I would jump on and kind of do something live for fun with some vibe coding, which I haven't done, I don't know, maybe once or twice on the channel ever. But I thought it might be kind of fun, so I'll switch over to my video if I can get everything set up. See, there we go. Hope everyone's doing okay today. But yeah, I was thinking it would be fun to kind of like take V0 and try to create an app that would give us like quiz questions. And so that's basically what I've got so far in my head. I don't actually have a paid account, so it's possible I'll need to upgrade my plan during the stream, but I'm prepared to do that if I need to. So we'll just kind of hang out, maybe spend 30, 40 minutes, something like that. So that sounds fun to you. Then let's try to build an app that can stump us. And I was kind of thinking we just ask it to ask us JavaScript questions. Where we get those, I don't totally know. I guess like we could use AI, because I mean we're in V0 anyhow. I think we could just use Vercel's AI SDK. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, so we'll see. We'll just kind of play around, but hopefully that sounds interesting to you. Let me see if I can get everything set up over here, and I'll switch over like this. There we go. So hopefully you can hear okay. Hey, good to see everyone. Thanks for joining. Let me know where you're watching from as well, and we'll just jump in. So again, that's kind of the whole pitch. That's as much as I thought about it ahead of time, but my mic volume is a bit low. Okay, cool. Let me bump that up a bit. Hopefully that's a little better compared to the background music. Okay, so I'll also drop the background music a bit. So between those two, hopefully that's about right. But let me know if it's not, and I can adjust. In fact, let me switch something over real fast, and then we'll start after that. Because it's possible I turned it down over here. No. Okay, I think we're good now. So better. Okay, cool. Nice. All right, back at it. Let's get going here. And like I said, that's kind of the whole pitch. So let's see what we can do. And what am I building? Okay, yeah. So we'll kind of restart here. So the plan is to just use V0 to build out an app that can quiz us. And I was thinking it'd be kind of cool to have it quiz you on JavaScript, and maybe even to like, as I was talking out, I was thinking maybe we could use AI to figure out which questions to ask. So that's kind of the idea. And so yeah. Oh, welcome, Logan. Glad you were able to make it. Sorry to keep you in suspense for 2 hours. Okay, cool. Well, let's jump in, and I'm just going to say, like, I don't know, build a quiz app that asks, yeah, let's just start, like, with a web dev questions and keeps track of your score. I'll do something like use both multiple choice, fill in the blank, and true, false. Let's see what else. Questions. Style it to look like Vercel, because I'm on V0 afterward. Anyhow. So usually what I do if I'm using like chat, stuff like this, is I'll actually ask AI to like help me, figure out how I should do the prompt. So I'll say like, I'm prompting a AI builder to build a web app. Here's my prompt. Make it better. And then I'll just give it to it, and like whatever it gives me back. This is just using like the AI in Raycast. So yeah, like it gives you it all broken down. So I'll probably kill this right here, the tech stack, and the deployment. The rest of that looks good. So let's take all that and get rid of this here. Design UI. Okay, cool. All right, so that usually gives me like better results whenever I use it like that. So that's kind of the idea right now, but we'll see what happens. Cool. Let's see. Didn't know this one first time with it, or you appreciate it over the others. As far as V0, yeah, if it's by Vercel, like to me, it definitely started less powerful, but they've added so much that like it has a lot of power. I've used it like, let's see, what else have I used? I don't know, a lot of stuff. Mostly just like work gets me touching this kind of stuff a lot because people are using our product within AI. So I'm doing a lot of testing and kind of playing around with stuff. I don't know that I use it a ton personally. Mostly to like make fun apps for my kids or apps for friends who ask me to do something that I don't have time to do. So, and usually I just use it as the starting point and then kind of take it over from there. But yeah. Let's see. Logan, I spent the time swearing at the printer behind me. Sorry, man. Printers, they're the worst. But yeah, I think the other ones I've used are like Lovable, Bolt V0, Replit, Macaulay, Create.xyz, Chef by Convex. Like there's quite a bit out there, and more beyond that I'm not thinking of probably right off the top of my head. But so there's a lot of these kind of builders, and I think that's kind of a cool place to be right now to see what ends up winning out. And they're kind of each having their own specialty, and they have their own little communities behind them too. So it's kind of cool to see this enable a whole new like kind of brand of developer. I think there can be a lot of hand wringing just because it's people like don't want to lose what they have if you already know development. But you know, imagine being a business owner and you can get up like just a local like little CRM yourself without having to ask for help, and you can make it do exactly what you want. Like that's a cool world to live in, and I think it'll change development in a lot of ways. But we've yet to see what that'll look like. So, oh, cool. So it's giving me a bunch of questions. So we're starting on the right path. Looks like we just have these things hard coded, which is probably what I would expect it to do. So before we even like do anything, let's just play around with what we got going on here. All right, leaderboard, top performers. Oh man, there's a leaderboard. Now I'm kind of scared. What if we stink? Here results. Now I don't see all of these components, so I'm guessing these are hidden somewhere. Maybe that's part of the like full feature set that I don't have access to. But anyhow, which HTML element is used to define the structure of a web page? I don't know. Let's try this one and see if we got it right. Yes. All right. So next question. CSS and serve the same purpose and can be used interchangeably. I mean, that's a bad question, right? Can it? I mean, not always. Sometimes. So we're going to say false. Okay. What JavaScript method is used to add an element to the end of an array? Push. Yes. So anyhow, that's kind of cool. So it's at least getting these things right. What's the leaderboard? Okay, so let's add this extra feature where we say like, okay, let's have different levels of questions. Make the user choose before starting the quiz. Let's do easy, medium, hard. So we'll see what happens. All right. Let's see. Bolt is open source. Shiatsi and components. Yeah, I see that. I'm just not seeing it in the code. Sorry. Yeah. So it must be somewhere, but yeah, I'm just not seeing it in the code. Yeah, Logan, I agree. Like the vibe coding, like if it's 100% LLM and something goes wrong, it's kind of a pain to fix. Like how I actively use AI in coding is mostly for like super micro tasks. Like I'll have it do something very tiny, and I almost only ever have it do something I already know how to do, because like once you start using AI, you shift from the like coder to a reviewer, and to review, you have to kind of know what it's doing. And like, it can do the thing, but if I don't know like to evaluate it or how to evaluate it, then it becomes very hard to kind of, to get the best out of it, because a lot of that depends on your knowledge ahead of time. So that's usually how I use it, or I'll use it to do little apps that don't really matter, that I won't push anywhere publicly. Like I said, apps for friends who just want like something small personally. So it's mostly like a very personal kind of coding agent. So I will use it occasionally to like make little apps for myself too, but nothing I would ever push to production or share with somebody else. So it's mostly like making little micro tools for me or for friends or my kids or that kind of stuff. So that's my personal preference. But yeah, it does actually, like you say, like it's awesome as an assistant to speed up stuff you actually know already what you're doing. That's very helpful. All right, so it's figuring out some stuff and it is adding extra things. And exactly like how this is kind of cool. I haven't seen this before. So they have this like dropped in. You can also go back in history. A lot of times you can come back and like click like a restore state. Yeah, like right here. And then I'm guessing you can fork this. Maybe if you have published to Vercel, that's cool. Yeah, so it's been a bit since I played with this, but I'm guessing like I don't have access to all the features because I haven't forked it or like connected it to my own GitHub account. They're only showing me like the things that they feel like I need to know, because like obviously these are all Shatsian UI components, but like they're not here, and so I just wanted to play with those too, but that's okay. Looks like we're saving this to local storage, so maybe we could also hook up some kind of database. That'd be kind of cool. All right. Oh man, the fire. Okay, so let's start with easy. That's fine. We can't mess up any of this. Hypertext markup language. That sounds right. CSS property used to change the color of an text color. Come on, let's get there. HTML is used to display images. Is this a joke? Okay. And CSS cascading style sheets. Yeah. All right, view leaderboard. This guy, no names at all, just perfect and easy. I mean, that's kind of cool that you can just quickly do something like this. So if you're like learning JavaScript or CSS and you're like, hey, I want to quiz myself, like that's a nice way to play around with it. So let's see, back to quiz. Make us choose again, try again. All right, so it's just hard coding these though, right? Let's just come back here and just make sure. Yeah, okay, so let's add the AI functionality, which I might need to grab my OpenAPI key for. So let's see what we can do. Oh, and there's also like, we could add like Neon or Postgres, I'm guessing, Neon Postgres, or maybe like Supabase or something like that. V0 also has their own stuff, but I can't remember who that's powered by. It might be by Neon, so that maybe that's why. So let's come in here and say like, let's use AI to generate the questions fresh each time. Sure, that'll work. And then I'm going to come over here on the side and open up my OpenAPI account. So if I need an OpenAPI key, I can grab that. But yeah, I'd love to know what you're working on. I'd also love to know, like, I haven't done like longer tutorials. So one of the videos that I've recorded that I haven't had time to edit yet, I was on a train for like 35 minutes and I figured, hey, let me see, like I had no internet. Let me just see, like if I were to build a to-do app now from scratch, what could I do in 30 minutes using just vanilla HTML, CSS, and JavaScript? So that's one of them. And I think, so I did that and then I retaught it through the same way that I wrote it. So it takes longer to talk through it than it did to actually write it out because I was like under a time crunch, but that was really fun to do actually. So I've got that video. That's definitely more of a beginner JavaScript one, but I think it's like an hour long when I'm done editing it, talking through kind of the choices I made. And yeah, that was pretty fun. But let me know if you're interested in like longer tutorials like that. I thought about just like slowing my pace a bit. I'm kind of getting slammed in every direction right now, so I want it to be predictable, but I also want to do something that people would enjoy. I thought about doing like a longer, like a 3-hour like kind of masterclass on a section, and maybe just posting once a week or twice a month, but making it more substantial instead of just doing the small bits and doing them more frequently. But yeah, let me know if you have interest. So yeah, that was one thought I had. Okay, I have an API key on my clipboard just in case I need it. Let me come back to chat just in case there's something anyone is saying. All right, we're getting there now. So it's going to use AI over here. I'm guessing. Okay, so yeah, it's got different prompts. Complete the steps to ensure uses Grok. Oh man. Well, can I just change it and say don't? So let's change the model because I happen to have yeah. Let's use let's use OpenAI. But the nice thing about using Vercel's AI SDK is like you can just swap out the model very easily. And it's nice to have this thing that kind of sits above all the different models so that as new ones come out, you can just swap that one little piece out and you don't have to like trash everything or restart or restructure stuff. So yeah, here. So we've got easy, medium, and hard. Get over here. Let's see. And then you're just passing this, the types of things. So this is all the prompt. And here's the model right here. So yeah, that's cool. So it should ask me to use OpenAPI. Or OpenAI, we'll see. Not API, I always say that. And then we'll do some tests and yeah, then we'll call it a day. Gemini, it's free. Oh, that's true. Too late now. What's going on right here? Is it thinking or should we ask it to change it again? I guess that's the question. It's not letting me do this, so I guess let's try that. Let's use Gemini. And we want to set it up. I like how it validates my model. Like, oh, that's an excellent choice. Did it do that before? Benefits of using OpenAI. Look at this. It's giving me all the reasons why I made a great choice. And I bet I'll get the same thing once it finishes over here. So come back here. Switch that out. Gemini 1.5 Pro might mean I need to use that instead. I don't know. We'll see. Like I think I might need a key for the Pro, but I can't remember. So we'll try one more time, and if this doesn't work, then we'll just go back to the original and do some tests and call it a day. This is kind of fun. Like I think this is a good way to learn with AI, and I think learning with AI is one of those things that I'm not sure has quite been figured out yet. In some senses, like you're in this established position where you can like ask your dumb questions. You don't have to worry about what another dev's going to think of you. And so I think it kind of opens up the learning journey a little bit, especially when you're at the beginning, because you don't even know what to ask. So you can kind of ask, it can kind of guide you to know what things you need to know, what areas to explore. But I think there's also a lot of traps with AI in learning, and that it's very easy to just say like, oh yeah, I know how to do that, and then just make AI do it. So like I code pretty regularly without any AI assistance just to make sure I can. That's honestly why one of the reasons I've continued to live stream and most of the time without AI, because it's easy to convince yourself you know what you're doing, but you may not. Okay, yeah, all the benefits of Gemini. Well, let's see what it does. So let's generate questions. Okay, so now that's not going to work either. And now it's not letting me do anything. It was such a great idea until it wasn't. So we could go back to Grok. But I mean, I don't understand why it's not letting me install this. It gave me the prompt originally, but this is just for here, yeah. Generative AI key failed. Let's come in here and see what's going on. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. All right, well, let's go back to the caveman version. Back here. Yeah, let's restore this. And then we'll take our test and call it a day. Okay, so let's go to medium, which CSS properties used to create space between the content and the border of an element. Padding. The let allows you to redeclare a variable in the same scope. So it is scoped. No. Sorry, false. What JavaScript method is used to add an element to the end of an array? I thought we already did this. Push. We're just going to fail real hard. Which React hook is used to manage component state? Use state. These are not very difficult, I say, having missed one. In the CSS, position absolute property positions the element relative to its nearest positioned ancestor. Yeah, depending on what it means by position ancestor. But okay, let's try again. Go for hard. What is the time complexity of searching for an element based on a binary search tree? I mean, I am not a CS person, so let's just say log of n, just because I like how fancy that sounds. Oh, perfect. JavaScript loop processes microtasks before microtasks in each iteration. I believe so. What design pattern is commonly used in React for sharing logic between components without using inheritance? It just mean like passing props? Or are we talking about like using context? Maybe context? Oh, render props. Well, there you go. Because I wasn't sure, like, does inheritance mean inheriting like from a parent, like getting props, or does this mean context? So, which HTTP headers used to prevent clickjacking attacks? Oh man, it's content security policy, right? No. Let's see, it's supposed to be hard. In CSS, the contain property can improve performance by limiting the scope of layout and paint operations. Contain property. I don't even know what that is. So let's see, 50-50. Let's choose, of course it can. Okay, good. Well, looks like we have some more stuff to learn, so that's good. All right, well, we completely failed at the hard level. But the nice thing is, if we tried again, they're the same questions. So now we can just blaze through these things, you know what I'm saying? But all right, well, hopefully you enjoyed that. Sorry we never got very far with API keys. I don't exactly know what happened there, because I feel like that was such a great idea until it wasn't, and it didn't really happen. But yeah, you win some, you lose some. But hopefully that was enjoyable for you. And I don't even know where to store this API key if I were to manually do it here. So yeah. Well, thanks so much for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Hopefully you enjoyed that. And as soon as I can get these videos edited, we've got a lot of cool stuff coming up on the channel. So I'll catch you in the next one. Happy coding.